If interest rates stay high, will that value gap eventually close?
It's a fantastic point you've brought up about those interest rates staying high.
Yeah.
That's not a podcast. That's me challenging my own research in real time. And I'm going to show you exactly how I got there in under 7 minutes. What if you could study any topic, machine learning, medicine, or finance, and actually understand it, not just read it? But every tutorial I've seen stops at the import. Nobody shows you what to do after. That's what this video is. I'll show you the exact system I use. 2 Chrome extensions, 1 powerful prompt, and a move nobody else is showing you. 4 phases I call the chef protocol that completely changes how fast you actually learn. Let's start. First, install this Chrome extension, YouTube to NotebookLM. Link in the description, add to Chrome, refresh. Done. Now go straight to YouTube, search your topic, find a relevant video, click the NotebookLM button under the video and hit Create New Notebook. That's it. Your notebook is created and your first source is in. For your second video, click the NotebookLM button again and this time choose your existing notebook from the drop-down. Done. Second source in. I picked sources that contradict each other on purpose. You'll see why in phase 2. One quick thing before we move on. Go to Configure Notebook, set response style to Learning Guide, length to longer, hit save. Most people skip this. Don't. Second extension, NotebookLM Web Importer. Link in the description too. When it asks you to choose a plan, the free plan is more than enough. Just hit Start for free. Now go to any website. I'm using domain.com.au and realestate.com.au. Click the extension in the top right corner, select your notebook, hit Add to Notebook. Done. That's the chop. Raw ingredients in. Now let's cook. Phase 2 is the sear. This is where most people go wrong. They open NotebookLM, type summarize this, and copy whatever comes out. That's not learning. That's just moving information from one screen to another. Instead, we use what I call a nuance prompt. A prompt that finds the gap between your sources. We're not asking for a summary. We're asking the AI to find the contradiction. Here's the exact prompt I typed. I have 5 experts talking about the Australian property market. Find the contradictions. The news is focused on tax changes, but the podcast is predicting a 20% price drop. Where do they disagree on the why? And based on all sources, what is the single biggest warning for a first home buyer in Melbourne right now? See what NotebookLM does with that. It starts clarifying conflicting forecasts across all 5 sources. That insight, the contradiction between tax policy and price predictions, something a basic summary would have completely buried. A summary tells you what people said. A nuance prompt tells you where they disagree and why that matters to you. Now save that response as a note. We're going to need it in phase 3. Phase 3 is the reduction. This is the move nobody else is doing. Delete everything. Go to the left panel and delete every single original source. Add your note back as the only source. Now NotebookLM works from your thinking, not raw data. That's the reduction. Most people never do this. They keep adding more sources, thinking more is better. Learning isn't about volume, it's about clarity. I only showed you one prompt here. My full workflow uses 3 to 4 before doing the reduction. All of them are in a free kit called the Synthesis Vault. Link in the description. Grab it before you move on. Now we're ready for the final phase. Phase 4 is the serving. This is where it all comes together. Look at what NotebookLM just generated. An audio overview called the $800,000 First Home Buyer Trap. Let me play you a few seconds of this.
If you read the financial headlines today, You will see these just alarming warnings that Sydney property prices are plunging.
Right, just massive drops across the board.
Yeah.
Two hosts, structured like a real podcast. It pulled that title directly from your sources. But here's the thing that changes everything. Click join. You can actually enter this conversation. You're not just listening, you're sparring. Watch what happens when I ask a real question.
If interest rates stay high, will that value gap eventually close, or will first home buyers be priced out forever?
It's a fantastic point you've brought up about those interest rates staying high.
Yeah, it is really the elephant in the room for every Australian home buyer right now.
Listen to what the hosts do with that question.
High rates are a major driver for the stagnation we are seeing in Sydney and Melbourne.
And as you will see, it makes the why behind these prices very complicated to unpack.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, rates are creating a massive cash flow challenge.
Which is why, even with these plunging headlines, entry-level buyers are often paying way more.
That's your research, ready to challenge back. You're not consuming information, you're having a conversation with your own knowledge. And that's the chef protocol. Chop, sear, reduce, serve. You started with a few YouTube videos and websites. You asked the right questions. You deleted the noise. And now you have a personalized podcast debating your own research. And you can jump in and challenge it live. That is the chef protocol. And most people using NotebookLM have never gone past the summary button.